You're doing stand-up comedy. One athlete can write your jokes. Who are you choosing?
Caitlin Clark all the way. She's been on Saturday Night Live already, so.
The world has been amazed by Caitlin Clark with her game-winning three-pointers and, well, but have you ever witnessed her break? Her teammates in the middle of the game when she's renowned for shattering records and brilliant. Because of her basketball IQ, there are an additional aspect of Clark that merits just as much attention that she can attract, adding humor to any circumstance.
It was open.
Rookie move.
I was a rookie once.
Caitlin Clark.
Aren't you Rookie of the Year?
That was last year. Ancient history. The stories that I could tell you. Here, pull up a chair.
Okay, I meant this rookie driver made that rookie move.
Get ready to observe an entirely distinct aspect of the newest superstar in the NBA, whether it's her off-court, amusing competitive antics, foolishness, or witty answers in. Clark's interviews continue to make people giggle. Wait until the very end for some of her most amusing exchanges with those closest to her, including her boyfriend, Connor, her relatives, and naturally her
Teammates.
Whoa.
Dude.
You need someone with more experience. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, State Farm's here to help, no matter how long you've been in the game.
Game? Oh, man.
Rookie move.
Everyone is familiar with Caitlin. The competitive fire of Clark is burning brighter. Compared to most, her unparalleled intensity has helped put her to the forefront of women's basketball, breaking records and ignoring the defenders. But what occurs when the same energy leaks into daily existence?
But I mean, she's all like, she'll just throw out comments that are just funny. Like, no one else is saying it but Caitlin.
Let's get things started. Off with video of her and Clark together. Aaliyah Boston, a teammate of the Indiana Fever, competing against one another at a carnival game. Observing Clark's response after Boston gains an advantage. She is pure in her water gun game. Amusement, it is Clark's. The funniest kind of competition. Her passion for rivalry isn't limited to only basketball related. A recent video of Clark coming very close to diving in one-on. There were fans and stitches on the golf course. Her response is priceless, whether it's golf, basketball, or a friendly match at Clark. The fair one thing is for sure. She will keep you if she plays to win. As she does it, she laughs.
Is this it? Is this like a, we're good, we're gonna call it a birdie?
I don't think so.
Oh!
Yes!
That's huge. Great birdie.
The teammates of Caitlin Clark have acquired the ability to anticipate the unexpected. Recall that enchanted buzzer beater in Let's Watch It Again, college, and then we'll provide a few behind-the-scenes photos from regarding the shot with her teammates.
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires, and goes! She hit it!
Oh my gosh, and I start running around. I mean, that's the kind of shot you dream of in the front yard.
Unbelievably, her colleague simply demonstrated that Clark doesn't just hit those deep game-winning shots more often. Shoots, she also works on her festivities. Yes, she has the completing the court routine by sprinting down to a science.
Facing Caitlin, I think she just literally started sprinting. And so, it happens in practice a lot. I think we all kind of knew what to expect once it went.
Speaking of practice, did you understand Clark's intense rivalry, which she even accumulates team and technical fouls? Scrimmages with her former teammates from Iowa, Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin, just revealed the truth about how intense Clark practices, regardless of whether it's disputing a call or informing the referees. She feels that Clark doesn't hold, returning even if there is nothing on the
Line.
Competitive Caitlin is at practice that sometimes she has to issue her technical fouls. Can you just give examples of that competitiveness? But then
Hasn't happened in a while.
She wants to win. She hates losing, so that's where that comes into play. The technicals and just, I don't know, our managers are our refs at practice, and so that can kind of get out of hand
They're
sometimes.
horrible at reffing.
But then, she's so goofy and fun and loving in the locker room.
However, this fierce humor isn't restricted to her time in college. Clark's capacity to combine competitiveness with having a good time has already made an influence on her teammates in the Indiana Fever. Her lighthearted demeanor isn't only having fun fosters chemistry and maintains the team's flexibility in a high professional league with high stakes. Someone who can provide both intense ferocity and laughing is invaluable. Ask Katie Lou Samuelson, who recently had to fill in for serving as the unofficial head of what is currently referred to as the Caitlin Clark Technique Foul Prevention Squad. Her teammates are correct, already making jokes about ensuring Clark doesn't let her feelings to control her, if she's being drawn away from the offering or giving her a brief motivational speech. They have her back, and you're with Clark. Never know what's going to happen next, but I think it will be hilarious.
How did that happen?
You know, she's just she's a kid sometimes, and keeps everything light, but sometimes you just gotta put her in place.
Caitlin Clark's fierce rivalry isn't just restricted to the court, it has even triggered responses from her own relatives in a single. Her father, Brett Clark, had a hilarious moment. I've had enough of her back and forth. His solution with the referees during a game, shouting at his daughter while watching from the stands. The clip ended with her being told to stop talking. Viral evidence that even a famous person like Clark is susceptible to some classic tough love from parents.
How to move, and if they're open, she will find them. Martin commits the foul. Clark thought that
Believe you. Be fully informed about Caitlin Clark from her adamant appearance in court. Once more when the microphones are hot and the Clark's quick wit is being captured on camera. It's surprising comedy, leave even the most experienced reporters rushing to get a. She is now famous for her response case in point. Joke. Why don't cheetahs take exams? The joke you'll have to ask at the zoo. Clark herself.
Why don't they take tests at the zoo? There's many cheetahs.
Usually when Clark intervenes, she keeps it in front of the cameras. As a professional, she responds to inquiries with gracefully dissecting plays with the kind of wisdom that demonstrates her high basketball IQ, but occasionally that competitive advantage becomes playful naughtiness, and then the press room, more akin to a stand-up comedy performance. She talks about offensive things 1 minute, tactics, and the subsequent one she's throwing. Reporters who leave out on-liners, rushing to maintain up.
Oh, yeah, let me go. All right, I'll do it. No, hey, back up. Hey, don't jump on me.
All right, relax. Everybody don't fight over me. Don't fight over me, okay?
Wait, I don't remember who I fed. What if I'm double eating? I'm just like, look at me. I'm going crazy out here. Got the food. Got the food. Yeah. You throw that bottle up, man. Oh, Benito, don't yell at me either. I don't have any more.
Kelsey, get in here. You know, me and animals, you know, we kind of we gotta understand it. I'm just that way, it's out of mine.
Clark's capacity to smoothly transition between both unexpected humor and thoughtful analysis are another reason why fans are unable to enough of her, regardless of how dominant she is, either playing on the court or making jokes in a. One thing is evident from the press conference. Caitlin Clark is a talented performer, regardless of the environment.
Groove. She started hanging out with me more.
It's rubbing off on me.
Some are good, some are bad.
Negative when you just had a career night with Lexi Hall. Anticipated that Caitlin Clark will have to discuss it, and indeed she. Given at a press conference after the game interview, a reporter questioned Hall regarding her defensive play in anticipation of a typical reply, but prior to Hull even complete her humorous response to Clark's reaction was the moment that stole the show. Became unadulterated comedy gold, demonstrating Clark's keen wit is once again as accurate as her leap shot.
My account will solely be about Lexi. If you want to follow, I'm going to change the bio to Lexi whole fan page. So, yeah.
And referring to the media mode, ever wonder what Caitlyn is up to? Well, in one is Clark's favorite snack. In a humorous interview, she disclosed that fans were moved by her response and favorite treat, buzzing when she dropped it carelessly into the discussion as though it was the most important. The situation was made possible by tier inside information. Even more amusing.
I like warm chocolate chip cookies, so I guess that making those.
Even in the event that Clark lacks she still manages to give the ideal response. Whether it's a pause or a loss, it's funny. Line of reasoning or an unexpected response, she transforms even the most basic exchanges becomes hilarious gold.
What does that record mean to you?
She's gonna say it means nothing, but I think it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool, so sorry.
I just think I do it, I just try to set my teammates up for success.
And her response follows when her arms were pointed out by someone without. Missing a Clark gave a brief remark that had everyone in the room giggling.
Hey, you be studying my arms? Yeah, I do. It's pretty nice.
These small moments are what create. Fans find Clark so charming, but she's not. Despite being a top athlete, she is relatable, easily amusing, and always willing to. Whether she is on the court or not, she has a good laugh. A news conference or simply informally, speaking to the press about Caitlyn Clark's suddenly funny events have evolved into her entertainment-focused media sessions. Gold, what were previously ordinary athletes. Interviews are now eagerly awaited. Happenings, with reporters anxiously anticipating. Check out this brilliant joke or funny comment. It's not only off, but she will drop next. The improv comedy that Clark is skilled at, creating real gags that demonstrate her. Her humorous timing matches her sharpness. Passing abilities.
The Indiana Fever have the first pick in this Monday's draft. A reminder that Indiana Fever is a WNBA team and not what Michael Che gave to dozens of women at Purdue University.
See? Now that's a good joke.
You really wrote these yourself?
Yeah.
Netflix's top new show is Ripley, featuring an eerie, unsettling performance by actor Andrew Scott. Critics say it's the hardest thing to watch on Netflix since Michael Che's special Shame the Devil.
I like that one.
But if you believe, Clark's humor is restricted to. Simply wait until you have press conferences. Observe her when she's not working. With her comrades all around her, how does a rookie is able to totally change a professional sports team's culture. Straightforward with a more expansive personality. Greater than life and the capacity to create. Take a moment to celebrate Lexi Hall's 25th birthday. For instance, the Fever had just ended practice, but Clark's leadership wasn't finished. This time, the team didn't use a crucial three-point shot, but with a extravagant birthday party as the team's youngest player. Without hesitation, she assumed leadership of the time she guided the group in a. The energy is being boosted by a birthday song like a real showman.
Happy birthday. I sing. Happy birthday to you.
However, because Clark is Clark, she didn't. She gave it her all, not just singing, becoming so engrossed in the present that, in fact, she picked Hull up in the middle of celebration that sends the whole squad into an outburst of laughter.
Happy birthday, dear
Additionally, there is the now famous, it's true, a mermaid swimming party. Yes, in some way, Clark ended up in the center of what could only be explained as a spontaneously funny poolside, an incident that made her teammates laugh. Whether it's a birthday or a basketball game, She gives it her all at parties.
You want to play mermaids?
Yeah.
Okay, you go. Can you see? Yeah. Jump in.
No way. Oh, I thought you thought.
Yet, possibly one of her most hilarious viral moments that occurred during a laid-back excursion. The two decided to stop with Lexi Hull by the well-known beverage chain Swig for a Swift refreshment, which began as a typical pit stop swiftly became an online platform. Feeling
This is good. Do the raspberry dream with vanilla cream instead of coconut cream, please. And then can I do the summer splash also?
Can I get the spring fling with vanilla cream instead of coconut cream? Can I have the beach vape too, please?
The employee at the drive-thru did a double take, recognizing Clark immediately. When she asked, "Wait, are you Caitlin Clark?" Clark's response was peak comedy. She simply grinned and replied, "Maybe."
You're Caitlin Clark, right?
Maybe.
I have a golden mug I want to give you. Golden mug means every time you come through Strict, you just get a free refill.
Hull, laughing the entire time, captured the moment on camera, and before long, the clip had fans all over social media commenting on Clark's effortless humor.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Wait, that's my favorite. It's the only one I've had, but I can tell it's gonna be my favorite. This is the raspberry dream.
This tastes like a blue raspberry icy.
Yes.
This mine's better.
We're getting...
Overall good, and he said he was gonna give us golden mugs.
So we'll be back.
Yeah.
Swig. Out of 10.
I mean, I've never been to a place like this before, so...
Its own category. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
The worker was doing a double take in the drive-thru, identifying Clark right away when she, "Are you Caitlin Clark's?" I questioned. Peak hilarity was her response, and she just smiled and said, "Perhaps."
And so trying to just be as active as I could, get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of that. Caitlin? Yeah. What we done?
Oh, Lex.
We got a team now.
It was soon.
Hull, giggling at the, recorded the moment on camera for the entire time. And soon after, the video gained admirers everywhere on social media, leaving comments on the effortless humor of Clark.
Thank groove. She started hanging out with me more.
It's rubbing off on me.
Some are good, some are bad.
Referring to the "Remember This, Caitlin and Lexi Demonstrate" interview. And when someone inquired about Lexi's well-being, raising her level of play before she even, Clark responded by jumping in with a lighthearted comment that transforms the space into a round of laughter.
Are you allowed to swing one? Oh, okay, come on. Oh, they are a little taller. You didn't see my, it hit the back of the neck. Oh, yeah. Let's see what you got. No pressure. Yeah.
However, these small jokes aren't just trash. Instances that demonstrate the genuine bond. Even in the workplace, these two share, putting their capacity for delight in. The professional basketball grind speaks for itself. A great deal about their friendship and the pleasant vibes they provide to the Indiana Fever is more than just. The key to winning is creating an environment where enjoyment and success go hand in hand. And their existence wasn't only felt in the world of sports when they unexpectedly showing up at a Jordan. The audience at Davis's Indianapolis concert went crazy, but they didn't merely remain in their history when they joined Davis on singing along to one of his songs on stage. With complete zeal, it was yet another flawless, an illustration of their contagious enthusiasm. demonstrating that they are more than simply stars, athletes, performers, and take advantage of every opportunity life presents. Manner.
All right. I think you go. Really far. Come on.
From charity to live music events, roles that Hull and Clark performed there. Contagious enthusiasm wherever they went. At a recent golf competition for charity, they switched from their typical basketballs to golf societies, but their zeal persisted, unaltered.
My God! Thank you! Woo! 300! 300 boys!
Supporters flocked to meet them and take pictures to acquire, signing autographs and laughing together. Presence changed what should have been a straightforward competition into an unforgettable experience, one that covered more ground than simply the game. It turned into a moment of bonding, a reminder that sports may help people connect between sportsmen and their supporters.
Okay, wait, I can read. I got.
I think so. I signed an ultrasound one time. But yeah, actual living in the world. Yes.
Lexi Hull emphasized the importance of these instances, stating that obtaining the opportunity to interact with supporters and give back is actually, that sentiment struck a chord with me during the occasion as Hull and Clark ensured that each conversation feels sincere and sincere. Then the cherry on top when Clark signed a baby.
And that ball's hit to the shortstop. Rojas throws over to first base, and that's not going to be enough. That's an infield single by Contreras.
Yet it is impossible to forget when Caitlin also signed an ultrasound. These little routine moments are what make Clark so charming that she is more than just she is a basketball prodigy who has the ability to unite and uplift others, the atmosphere, and produce enduring memories. Whether she's knocking or not with her team, leading birthday shouts with deep threes, or joking around in a drive-thru, Caitlin Clark is obviously a once in a generation's ability, not only in what occurs in basketball when you let. Clark will provide commentary during a baseball game. Is she already practicing her post for the game? Basketball. Profession.
Swings, a chopper, right down first baseline. Harper fields it, and that's an out. That's one out. Runner. Runner advances to second.
Clark has just managed to make 100 times more dull games thrilling.
And that brings us to the top of the fifth. The Phillies leading 1-0. We'll be back in a minute with 30 seconds. With a 30-second break. Thanks for tuning in.
I suppose Clark is. She even cracks herself because it's so amusing. Up. The appearance of Caitlin Clark in the locker room of the Indiana Fever has caused a change that few could have anticipated. Since CLK first appeared on the scene, she has unquestionably added lightness into the team's daily schedule, creating the Fever among the most entertaining groups to be around. Just take a look at this moment, Clark nonchalantly leaving her teammates behind. TikTok videos are more focused on gaining more attention than social media fame. Traditional Caitlin.
Sorry, I'm sweating.
the deep isn't all that Clark is about. She's a locker with threes and dazzling assists. Whether it's cracking or not, the room game changer. A joke at the ideal moment or maintaining. Her fun demeanor made things more casual. She never stops looking for methods to keep her. Her teammates gave her light-hearted entertainment. Strategy for competition has had an unquestionable effect on team spirit. For instance, this amusing video from a photo session with the Fever team, where her comrades stopped her from reacting. Invaluable.
There was one practice, Christy turns on loud music because I can't remember where we were going, but we knew the arena was going to be loud. And so she turns on this loud music, and Caitlin screams, she's like, "Can someone turn it off? It's giving me a migraine." And everyone's like, what? And Christy reacted and said, "What did you say?" And she repeated it. And all of us were just we were all dying because if I would have said that, if anyone on our team would have said that and then been asked, "What did you say?" and you repeat it, no one else is repeating it, but she did. And it was the funniest thing. We're all rolling on the ground laughing.
But games are about more than just having fun. Clark's personability and aptitude for brighten the atmosphere and have produced an setting in which her teammates feel more at ease than before. Who could? Remember this timeless Christy side song? Narrative.
Each other. All we do is have fun. With Caitlin Clark, who never takes anything serious, I tell people all the time, she's really a kid at heart.
One veteran on the team, Erica Wheeler. Caitlin was the team's best way to sum it up. What we do is enjoyment that the spirit has permeated. The roster is transforming the changing room into a location where gamers do more than just work. Difficult, they actually like being around one another.
Now we're taking the walk. I got my lotion! We're taking the walk to the water slides. Follow me.
Clark's humor isn't just seen in the locker room, and it affects her personal life as well while she's greatest friend and a former teammate from Iowa. Kate Martin, I can't quit laughing. Whether it is playing in using the locker room, or going on summer slides, Clark and Martin are like children at recess, constantly coming up with innovative methods to make each, others, and everyone in their vicinity grin.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing.
She has been seamlessly blended by Clark. Competitive fire that is contagious. The character that keeps people around. Her at comfort, whether with coaches or teammates, or lifelong companions. One thing is certain, Caitlin Clark is adept at having a positive time, while she ensures that everyone else does as well. Lastly, Clark's response during their first game together in the WNBA. Invaluable.
We grew up playing with the boys. That's all I knew until I was in about 4th grade. So I give that a lot of credit for the person I am today, but also the player kind of pushed me and made me maybe a little too feisty if you've ever watched me. My 2 brothers aren't here today, but they've picked on me. Like I said earlier, they've picked on me more than anybody, and I kind of held my own, gave them a few concussions and staples in the head, so sorry, Mom, about...
Clark will then discuss and making fun of her cute brothers.
I just want to sleep for 3 weeks straight after the season's over.
You want to sleep for 3 weeks straight during the season?
That too. I love sleeping. It's awesome.
Here are a few amusing moments at last. With Connor McCaffrey, her boyfriend.
Shoot. Okay, I'll shoot.
What's happening?
But I don't see any hoop.
No, I said that because of, I'm sorry, shoot.
On cue.
They don't have one.
Stop saying yes.
I didn't know.
My acting skills are fire. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Don't worry.
Can you say the jingle for us right now?
No.
What's wonderful about Clark is her ability to, despite her fame, she makes fun of herself.
It'll be fun to go to those games. I mean, I love college basketball. Obviously, he's been around it his whole life and really invested a lot into it. So I think it'll be fun. Give me something to do all throughout the off season as well. Somebody to root for. But it's definitely still go Hawks for sure as well.
Is he one you're coming into the gym with like late night hours or anything like that often?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's always something that we've kind of shared that bond with. I think also having to navigate like when to rest my body and when to get in the gym and do extra shots, but that's definitely something we love, is like coming in here shooting late at nights or having some shooting competitions. It gets a little heated. I definitely outshoot him way more than he outshoots me, but he tries to think otherwise.
Court. Performance as Lisa, the former Iowa coach. Lear observed that Clark's comical ability is similar to a stand-up performance. Comedian with this combination of athletic ability, charm that is relatable, is turning out to be a strong mix that draws in new followers. With increasing participation in the WNBA, Clark's influence goes much beyond the box score might change the league's prospects and laying the groundwork for a new generation of diverse sports symbols, but most all, she's a down-toe and relatable athlete everyone simply loves. Tell me about your favorite moment. Tell us in the comments by subscribing. Then activate every alert so you don't forget to watch the video on the screen, and we'll talk to you in the next one.